Hi guys, welcome back to Eminence Stitches channel. Today we are sharing a tutorial on how to make a stylish cowl kaftan gown with pencil sleeve. Let's get started. I've folded my fabric into 4 to measure my vertical measurements. You don't need much fabric for this. This very one I'm using 2 yards with some inches with this style. So now from our shoulder to our gown length is 56 inches. I'll be making it 57 inches, which I'm marking down here. Sorry, my table is too big for this. Then, sorry, my table is too small. Then from shoulder to our knee length, that will be 36 inches. Our shoulder to the hip line will be 26 as well. So the next thing now, I will extend all the points. Extend all the points. I'm done with that. Then the next thing to do now, from this this is my knee length. The distance between the knee length and the hip line, I need to know what is there. I have 10 here, so I'll be coming up by 4 inches. You could make it 3 inches just to leave the knee point go. Because if you are on the knee point, there's probability that you won't be able to walk. So I'll come up by 4 inches for this tutorial. I'll be coming up by 4 inches. Then from that point, okay, I think I'm clear. Then my horizontal measurements now. Our back measurements, I'll be using the whole length here. I have 20 inches here for the back. I'll use everything. Then on this line, this very place, I will be coming down by 1.5 inches for my shoulder slope. Then for the neck, I will measure our neckline. I will make it 3 inches because this my fabric I'm using is very stretchy. There's probability to expand when I'm stitching it. Then the neck, I will make the front and back depth same thing because it's going to be round neck. So I'll be using 4 inches for the neck depth for the front and the back all together. Okay. Then the next thing now, you connect this 1.5 that I made for our shoulder slope. You connect it to your neckline. Just come straight. Gently slant your hand towards the neckline. I'm done with that. Then now from this place, for our BD is 12 inches. It's 12 inches that she has there. That is 12 inches divided by 2. It will give me 6 inches. I'll be making it 6.5. I added half to stitch the shoulders together, like the front part with the back part. Here is the 6.5 inches. Then the next thing now, back to this place, I'll be connecting this point to this place because I really want it bogus. Then I'll just come down. Now on this, I don't want to insert any circumference measurement on the hip line. I want it to be free. That is how we want to do it. That is the reason I said it's a stylish one. Then on the knee length, I'll be inserting our hip measurements. That is 1/4 of our hip measurement. Our hip circumference measurement is 38. So here is 38. This is 38 now. Then I will be adding 1.5 inches to it. No, let me use 2.5. You know the reason I want to use 2.5? I wanted to add 1.5 with the hip measurement before, then 1 inch to stitch it inside. Now we are going to stitch it inside. So now you will now connect this place. Just cuff your hand. Allow your hand to be cuffed. Just connect it to this very one. Or you could, instead of that, just make from this point, just come up by 4 as we did at the previous time. Then you roll a straight line to connect it. Then you now connect this one. Make sure you cuff your hand. It's not sharp, because we don't need any sharp shape there. It must be cuffed. As you can see, just come up your hip measurement plus 1.5 inches, then 1 inch for the seam allowance. Then you come up by 4 inches, then you connect it with your hip line. You understand? So that is all. From the down parts of my fabric, here is these are gown lengths which I've marked earlier. So now what we are going to do now is the 1/4 of our hip measurement that we are putting in. The 1/4 of our hip measurement is 38. 38 plus, now we will not make it 1.5. I will make it 2.5 inches. I will be adding 2.5 inches with 9.5. That is 1/4 of our hip. So now this is our hip. I'll be adding 2.5 plus 1, that is 3.5 inches to it. The reason why I'm adding that much, I wouldn't like the down to be choked. I would like her to be able to move, to walk freely. Now I will be notch that's my sleeve place. Then I will be open this folding part. Now this part is unfold. I need to, that is the next thing. Then I want us to know that if you want to stitch this kind of fabric, it's very easy. Just join your 2 shoulders. Join the 2 shoulders like this. Just join it like this. Sew it down. After stitch the back with the front, then you pipe your neck with anything that you feel like. After piping your neck, make sure that you allow this place open down. Then you start stitching the side from this place. Hope we could see it. From this place that I notch, you start your stitching. You open a stitch down like this. You just follow it the way it is. You stitch it down. Very simple to stitch. Then same thing applicable to the other side. Then the next thing I will be cutting our pencil sleeve. Now this is the part I want to use for my fabric, for my sleeve. This is part of my fabric that I want to use for my sleeve. Why? I will love this edge, this selvedge to be showing on my gown, on our gown. So now I will just trim out this place to bring out the lace shape of the edge before start my measurements. Before start exacting my measurements, you just trim it out. I'm doing the same thing to the down part as well. You just trim it out like this. You could see that the down now is different to this. So now I'll do the same thing to the upper parts. I don't want to cut it together because of the scalloping. You might end up cut the shape away. So it's better to do it one after the other. Now I'm done with that. The next thing is to fold my sleeve. It's already into 2. Then I will lap it over again So folded into 4 now. The next thing now, our sleeve BD is 12. So I will be making this one 6 inches. 6 inches. That is what we use for the other side. Then I will add 1 inch for seam allowance. Then here, our wrist, I will make it 4.5. I told us that the fabric is stretchy. I'll make it 4.5. Then I will connect it together and cut it out. You don't need to shape this place. You know, we didn't shape our gown. Our gown is just straight. So that is how we are going to fix it with it. So now, like I've said earlier, that we just need to stitch it down. Before stitch the sleeve, I will stitch the both sides. I will show us how I will be putting this one. Side of my dress, 2 sides. You could see I told us it's stylish one. I've stitched this other sleeve. No, this is it. So when I'm done with the other hand, then you will see it. The owner will put it on, you will see it on her. Then this side, I want to show us this. The upper side of the shoulder that I notched, I match it with this joining part of the shoulder. This shoulder joining part, like this. Then I pin it down. Then now the next thing, I will just go and stitch it all together. Now I've put it inside already. And I stitch it, just sew it round. Done. Then I pipe in the neck of my dress with bias. Now our gown is ready. This is it. See the most amazing thing there? You could see that now here is falling on the pencil hand. That is what I really love in this style. You could see that it's falling on the, see the sleeve under. Then this one will be falling on it like this, and you could see it. It's not that bogus, but very lovely. See, it's very beautiful. See it on her. Let's see your back, please. They are very beautiful. You could see it on her. Interesting. Thanks for watching. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Bye.